I'm going to show you how to work with shapes. Shapes, you simply go to Insert, Shapes. In your example, I've given you a three-dimensional block, rectangle. There we go. Click on it. Put it over there. And I think you can also just copy and paste. The shortcut for copy is Control-C. Copy and paste. There's another block, and then you can handle these blocks separately. You can change the color, change the fill to be whatever color that you require to put, and then that's it. So most of these things, as you can see, these are basic things. Are we clear with it? Right. You want to type inside the block, just click on the block and start typing. Right? Just click, type, and then it works just like that. One of the things that I also gave you in their assignment, I've given you text which had to be aligned, justified on the left, right? Some of you tried, and the questions I've heard were, how do you do that? I'm going to just click here. I'm pressing Shift as I click. Shift, Shift, Shift. Making sure that I highlight all of them. What I'm trying to do here now is just to group them so that I can move. Otherwise, let me show you what happens if you don't. I try to move this and it moves by itself. Control Z to go back. Shift, click on all of them while Shift is pressed. Right click, and then I can group. So it doesn't matter which one I move, the whole thing will move because it's now one picture. Happy? Now, let me insert that text. To insert a text, or that one in particular, the easiest would be to use a text box. You go to Insert. Tell them to be quiet. Text box. Select a text box. I'm going to choose this one. Now this is your text. Now what you can do now, in this text box, you can highlight it and then go to Home and justify it. It is in that box. You see that? Whatever you type, then you can justify it. But you don't want this outline, do you? So you just double click on that to get the menu pertaining to that on the format. Then you can go to the outline, and there's no outline. Now, if you look at this text, you see that it literally is almost the same as what I showed you there. I used the text box and I've just hidden the outline. Are you happy with it? Lastly, I'm going to show you how to create an equation. The equation, you need to go to Insert. There's equation. Some of the equations are given to you. Like this one, all those. And after you've selected it, where was my cursor? You need to be Insert, Equation, click on that equation, and that's your equation. Now you can even edit this. If this was supposed to be Y, or this is supposed to be A, you can edit it. This is just a template. But what if you want to create one from scratch, meaning the one you have to do is not the same as any of those, or similar? Then again, you go to Insert, Equation, and then you can go to New Equation. Now, you will be provided with these options, the symbols, and the structures. Let's say we want to type y equal to whatever. You just use the keyboard. Some of the things are on your keyboard. You don't need to search for them. Let's say we want to put an integral. There it is, different ones. So let's just choose a double integral. We can put in there, and then in here also you can type whatever your equation requires. If it's a fraction, you look for the structure of a fraction, and then you start typing just like that. This is how you create an equation. You'll note that at this stage, I'm on the denominator, right? So to move so that you can type next to it, you just press the right arrow. And then when you type, it will be there. Otherwise, if it was still down here, then you were going to type at the bottom. But these are equations. Happy? Any question? No question. Lastly, how are we doing on time? 15 minutes. Lovely. Now in 15 minutes, I'm going to show you the most important one, which is tabs. Now for that, I'm going to try and open my drive. I don't know where I saved it though. I hope I saved it where it will be easy for me to find. Just go into the O drive, CTDR, class exercises, tabs. So you can do this also with this. Right. I've given you the following tasks, 3 exercises. The first one, I've given you text in which you've got to, just want to zoom this so that you guys can see. I'm saying in exercise 1, I've given 3 names. You need to align them using tabs. You place Julius Malema so that the left side, meaning J, will be at 3 centimeters in your ruler. Jacob Zuma must be centered at 7, meaning 7 must be there. Right? And then lastly, Winnie must be centered to the right so that the A is exactly at 16 centimeters. Of course, you need the ruler for that. So you need to go to View, Ruler, and your ruler will be visible. In most cases, the ruler might not be in the correct units. So if it's not in the right units, you simply go to File, Options, Advanced Options, and then you scroll down until you find Show Measurements in Units of, and then you change it to centimeters. Are you there? Remember, you might not be able to do it with me. So rather listen, you will do it at your own time. Because I have to be quick, unfortunately. Right. Now I've got my ruler, and I need to set my tabs. There are so many ways of setting a tab. Tabs are found under Home, Paragraphs, and then tabs. That's one of the ways. You can set tabs using that. Or what you do is, there on the where the rulers are meeting, the horizontal and vertical one, you can just click, and when you click there, you get different rulers. If you move the cursor there, it says this one is left tab. I click once, move out, in, and it says center tab. Out, in, and then it says right tab. So you can change your tabs just like that. What do we need? We need a left tab. Right? Now, what we're going to do is we're supposed to center, or to move Julius Malema to be left tabbed at 3. Now, once this is left tab, you just go to 3 on your ruler and you click there and you'll see the tab showing on the ruler to say there's a left tab at 3. Be careful. The cursor must be where you want to work. You can't do this when your cursor is somewhere else. Are we clear? Now we are at J. Now the minute I press tab, what's going to happen is it will implement that tab. Happy? I'm sure you can do the same now with Jacob and Winnie. Because you'll have to just basically go change the tab to be what you want. That center tab. And then you can say, I'm at J and I want to move it to center, and centered where? At 7. Right? But remember, I've got to then tab. I haven't set this one now. Right? And this one is set to be 16, and it's right tab. So go to 16. Now, something's not happening there, and this is how to check what you've been typing. You can click here to see the characters. You see that I pressed tab twice here. That's why it's messing up. Just delete one tab, and everything is sorted. So now I can move, just to confirm, to my ruler. J is at 3. Jacob Zuma centered at 7. And we need the A, you can see, is from 16 going this way. So irrespective of what I type here, it will still be centered, aligned right. Remember to sign out when we leave. Are you guys happy? So that's basically what you need to do. I want you guys to go and download that exercise on the O drive, right? And practice this. Here I want you to center these numbers using their decimal and make sure that their decimals are at 8. Are we clear? So the decimal point must all be aligned at 8. And you need to click only one tab. And the last one, I've given you a table that has months and some values below that. And all you've got to do is to just tab them such that they are aligned and the spacing between them is 3.5 centimeters. All right. You're struggling with this. Wednesday, you need to be back here so that the tutors can assist you. But I'm not going to be coming back to this particular one. Can you guys manage now with assignment number 2? Are you okay? All right. Sign out and get out of here then. Yes, sir. Yeah, you are not allowed to get here with your open shoes, wearing a hat, and all that. Otherwise, I'm